Alright, how's everyone doing then? Welcome back to the channel, I'm Mr DubYa. Midweek moan time. I'm going to do something slightly different today. I usually only do one video a week, but I'm going to start doing two. One at the weekend and one midweek. The weekend one I'm going to focus on my health, my mental health, Manjaro, things like that. And during the week I am going to do my midweek moan about whatever's on my mind. So what is on my mind this week? If you've been following my journey, I've lost quite a significant amount of weight and I've been getting my physical health back to a reasonable standard. Now I don't know about you, but when you sort your physical health out, your mental health and your mental clarity sort of comes back. Everything seems in focus at the moment. I'm more creative. Things are slotting into place properly. I can think straight. There's no grey moments. There's no cloud moments in my head. But with that has become deep thought. Deep thought about the situation that I'm in at the moment. Deep thought about whether this country is still right for me and is still and whether this country is still safe for my family. Now, I don't know whether I've told you before, but I live on the outskirts of Bury in a place called Whitefield, which is near Prestwich. Now, if you watched the news last week, you'll know that there was an attack on a Jewish synagogue, which is basically just up the road from where our house is. With that came lockdowns of hospitals, lockdowns of schools in the area, police everywhere, helicopters flying around for 2 days straight. And it just got me thinking, is this country safe for my family anymore? Now I say it got me thinking. It was kind of the final straw for me. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Myself and my wife, Mrs DubYa, have been talking about the possibility of moving abroad for quite a while. Maybe we was talking about it with a pie in the sky mentality, but certainly over the last 5-6 years, probably pre-lockdowns, we've been thinking, should we move to a different country? Should we start a new life in a different country? And it's sad. It's sad to think like that, to think that your country is becoming so foreign to you. There's no community anymore at all. This country is built on diversity and being a melting pot of cultures and ideas. But it's not that anymore. It's not a melting pot. It's not got any community. We live in a country which celebrates community, but only when something is placed in front of the word community. Like we say the Muslim community, or we say the Islamic community, or we say the Jewish community, or we say the black community. We don't just say community. We've never been so far apart from each other. There's no social cohesion. None. We might pretend that there is, and we might fund projects and fund departments in the council which work in this area, but is it working or is it getting worse? Now, I would argue that it's getting worse in this country. Everything's getting worse. It's getting so expensive. I can't believe how much everything costs. I don't know how people are keeping their heads above water at the moment. Just doing a normal weekly food shop is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But it's not just that. I want a better way of life. It must be more to life than these grey skies that we get in Britain. It must be. So it's time to make a change. And we've been looking at places that we could possibly move to. We went to a place in the sun exhibition not long ago to have a look about the different areas that we could possibly move to, the different countries that we could move to, the pros, the cons, and that's what we're going through at the moment. We're doing lists of what is the pro of living in our own country, what is the con of living in our own country. Is there a future for our children in this country? And we just don't know anymore. These people, these friends around us who say, well, why are you moving to a foreign country? Why would you do that? Won't it be difficult on the kids? Won't it be difficult to start a new life in a different country, in a foreign land? Well, the truth is, I already feel like I'm in a foreign land. This does not feel like the country that I grew up in. The government we have seems to hate me. They seem to hate the people most in need in the country. We welcome people from other countries and give them the world while treating our veterans with disdain and disrespect. We're not repairing anything. Everything looks run down. I know it sounds silly, but there's potholes literally littered everywhere. Everything looks tatty and run down. We look at places like China, places that we used to kind of look down on. They've now got train systems that are the best in the world. Bullet trains, maglev trains that go at 200 miles an hour. While we're still on archaic railroads with choo-choo trains from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. There's still 100-year-old trains choo-chooing on the tracks. And it looks nostalgic. It looks, people like that kind of nostalgia. But it's not nostalgia. It's laziness. It's allowing the country to get tatty. These are things that have been pushing us out. But the things pulling us away from here are things like the environment that we live in, are things like the weather, things like the education system, things like the prices of everything, things like being taxed up to the eyeballs, from our money depreciating, from our communities and our identities being pulled from us. I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to live in a community. I want to live somewhere warm. I want to live somewhere where my kids will grow up happy and safe. I want to live somewhere that will offer us a better outlook on life. We've not picked anywhere yet. We're still looking. We're still looking, but there is a top 3, definitely. And we have provisionally set a date. So now comes the tough part. Getting together all of our possessions, deciding what we are going to take and what we are going to sell from our lives. And we've already started doing it, and my, does it make you feel lighter. Getting rid of clothes that don't fit you anymore. Getting rid of things that have been hid in the loft for years and never used. Appliances that have been used once and then put in a cupboard and forgotten about. It makes you realise how wasteful that we've been in our lives. Buying things, collecting things that we believe will make us happy, and they just didn't. What makes me happy is spending time with my family. And I think that moving away, starting again, starting fresh, feeling lighter, feeling less stressed, I feel like he's going to be able to make me breathe deeper, feel happier. We're going to miss friends, we're going to miss family, but all of them understand the situation that the country's in. All of them, most of them, want to do something similar, and I'm pretty sure that most people in the UK feel the same as me. If they could, they would. It does make me feel sad. I love my country, but my country stopped loving me. So like with any bad relationship, maybe it's just time to move on. And that is my midweek mode for today. It was a big one, I know. Is it time to leave the UK? For us, yes it is. Thank you for watching. See you at the weekend.